Forward line, they want the first couple if they're going to stay in this game. Gowes and Chris Scott combined. Scott flicks it wide towards the outer half-back flank. They've got the chance now to go up towards half-forward. It spills free at the back. Here's Tristan Lynch. Tristan Lynch's kick goes towards his namesake, Alistair Lynch, a little too far underneath the football, and Chris Langford defends. Langford comes back towards centre-half.
Holland now at centre-half forward, Sandy. Mark Graham on the back pocket, picking up Lynch, and now Langford is with Merritt.
Good grab by Shane Crawford. He goes towards half-forward, and strong mark. Taken by Hudson. Chips away towards Jason Dunstall.
And Rawlings is back on the ground. He's at the full forward position with Jason Dunstall. Rachel 11 half back, and he's picking up Nigel Lappin. Chips going with Ackermanis. Jenke with White. That's still the same.
Dunstall's only goal coming in the second quarter. Starts it right, stays right, one behind. So he's kicked 1-2 for the night. And certainly not what the Hawkers wanted to start this third quarter. There's a couple of very, very avid Brisbane Bears fans.
Yes, great kick too. It's amazing, isn't it? He's not quite getting enough of the ball, and points come, and even champions, I suppose, have their quiet times during their career. So Lynch kicks it down the wing. Stand and deliver Clark and Holland. Falls to Graham. He kicks it to a vacant centre-half forward. Hudson hit high and will take the free kick. Fair enough, Tom?
Yeah, I was just looking at Clark on the outer side. Simmons in the centre of the ground. Someone might have to go with Clark a little bit when the ball's starting to come out of defence.
So once again, a very good kick from Hudson. So Hudson, a couple of important touches that has set up Dunstall. And this is more the Dunstall we know, isn't it?
Leading. Yeah, he's a leading forward.
And disposal from down the ground. Kicks. And he's actually hooked that one too. So
just looking at that kicking style, oh, we can't get it back, but he does not seem to be guiding the ball down. I wonder if that's a problem too.
Well, each time you miss, of course, the pressure builds on you, and because you're not kicking goals, you think, gee whiz, and you put enormous pressure on yourself and not quite flow through normally. Anyhow, Chris Scott to kick it back in.
Goes straight down the middle. Clark just tried to flick it over the back. There was no one there. Ball stops towards Lambert, taken by Salmon, but he in turn also lost to the boss. Good smother, however. Gowes may try and soccer off the ground. Tried to find Lepage, but Platten intercepted. It spills free. Paddle forward. Down goes Ashcroft. Gowes soccers off the ground in front of Darryl White. White goes to ground. Check towards the boundary line and taken over by Ackermanis.
White very casual in the way he ran for that ball there. Michael Jackson with the one glove.
Clark, front spot, Salmon at the back. There is Darryl White. A high kick back towards the centre of the ground. Collins does the roving work. Oh, great smother by Tristan Lynch.
Why wouldn't Collins go onto his left foot?
Lambert. Again, another one off the ground. Strongly by Taylor down towards the forward line. Here comes Danny Dickfoss. Pushing it out of defence. He goes towards centre wing. Crawford goes wider. Now a chance for Rawlings. Hawthorn desperate for the first goal of this third quarter. Poke it in towards the left forward pocket. Hudson is there with that crop of dark hair. And a throw-in to take place.
The boundary throw-in between half forward and forward pocket for Hawthorn. Clark over the top, hits it back. Buse been very good at the back, mopped up again through Gower's legs, and another boundary throw-in will result. So 6-goal margin. Hawthorn really do have to get some steam on this quarter, and the Bears have won 5 out of their 6 third quarters this year, so they've been very good in the third quarter. Tapped out Lambert, just toe pokes it forward. Caught high is Pritchard, and again caught high. And the umpire not in the position to see that.
And the sobering news for Hawthorn too, Malcolm, is that the Bears have not been outscored in the final quarter of a game this year.
Yes, they've been very good indeed. Lambert just with a bit of a limp up there. And up by Martin Ellis, that is, number 35, puts it down. Gow's over the top, hits it back towards the middle. Usually opens up the game a bit, falls to Hart.
Yeah, that's
He's
a free
caught.
kick, surely.
The umpire's giving him plenty of time under pressure. And so the ball right on the centre square line. Some 60 metres, Don, from the goal. Take a good kick from here. You would think it would be 2, unless it's great play. Hart now with the helmet. So it's not a good look, is it? It's almost like one of those Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm sure you'd love me saying that. Salmon with an excellent tap. Buse in front, reads it beautifully and bangs it back to the middle.
White is beaten, but he's quick to recover. Jenke does well to get it out towards Chick, off to the running Graham. Mark Graham has a look down towards the half-forward line. Poor kick over. Dick Voss intercepts.
Well, he's looking for
Call to play on. And he does. Graham will set himself again. Lynch from behind with a big fist pushes it down to Marcus Ashcroft. Ashcroft tumbles a punt down to the forward line. Here comes Langford. Caught. Loses the football. Bish and Hart goes high towards half forward, and the mark taken by Jenke. Transfers play to the outer side. The big fish, Paul Salmon, looking to get something going. Treleaven shrugs one tackle. A real worm burner down towards the 50. Hudson shrugs one tackle. Flicks it out. That's still got possession. The kick is long by Fish. Oh! Not taken as Dick Voss sees it over the line. Holland picks himself up.
Richard Taylor must be off the ground. I haven't seen him.
10-6 plays 4-7 as Richard Champion goes to the outer side.
Holland with the spoil, falls to Voss. Voss running, throws the ball into the ground hard because he wants it bounced back. Bit soft in spots. Beautiful mark.
Good delivery.
Wonderful grab from Ackermanis in front of Chicken. Just a natural spring. And happy to go on. Kicks the ball high. Big spring from White. So it's on. Lynch knocks the ball forward. Collins reads it best. Wants to keep the boundary line in handy and goes wide, and he's happy to see it.
Just
over
for
the line.
play and a lack of confidence there by Collins, because he could have switched play. Salmon all by himself on the opposite end of the ground. But good defensive play. At least the play's got to start again. Would have been attacking to bring the ball across this way.
So Taylor and Clark just leaning. Good honest ruck work. And the ball's belted back towards the boundary line.
Salmon playing a kick behind play now. He's playing on 2 big fellows assisting. It's a 3-on-2 situation.
Yes, it's a very similar helmet that Jason Dunstall wore when he had that bad cheek or eye injury a few years ago. Socket off the ground. Lappin trying to protect the ball. White picks it up. There's been a lot of players go over tonight. It's slippery underfoot. Voss, quick hands back. Hart can't grab hold of it. Collins under pressure. Woods under pressure. Oh, big swipe from Lambert. And Darryl White trying to paddle it. I've seen him do this a few times, and on dry days, I'm sure he would have got away with that.
Been relatively quiet so far tonight. 4 kicks. So throw in on the outer side. Voss, body over the ball, couldn't take it. Tristan Lynch does well, off to Lambert. Now, Salmon and Lynch is there. Langford picks it up nicely. Heads towards the outer side. Lepich from behind. Gowes is there also. Dick Voss tells him where to go, and he goes exactly to that spot. It's on the outer side. 66 plays at 31. Voss again. The Bears remaining in control, although Hawthorn have challenged. They've managed only behinds. Now, Buse is in the middle alone.
That was good play. Excellent play.
Rawlings on the mark now. Dick Voss is wide. But Sitsy's in business. Danny Dick Voss does it with ease. Then a real worm burner down towards Lynch, Ashcroft and McRae. It's McRae who picks it up to full forward. No mark taken by Lappin. Harvard gets it across to Salmon and now Treleaven. They're out of trouble for the moment. Back to Taylor. Taylor chips in towards the middle and he finds Hargraves. Call to play on Tim Hargraves. Goes to the outer side. Chick got a hand to it. Ackermanis there with him. Ackermanis front spot. Off to Voss. Voss sweeps it inside to Buse and the Bears go forward.
Buse, Collins sits and waits and takes a very good mark over Hart. Now plays back onto the middle. Has a player loose in Crawford. And Crawford can run. Chased by White. Great chase in the end. Just couldn't get a hold of it to Dunstall. Couldn't grab a hold of it either. And Dick Foss onto his left foot for the safety of the line. Darryl White's followed on down the ground. Only because of a good chase, he got a kick. And that's great for footy. And finds Champion. Champion pushes off Crawford. Now comes back in towards centre-half forward, and Salmon stands alone. Merritt late, but Salmon in a very good spot.
Goals have been hard to come by for the Hawks. 12.5 minutes in the second quarter was their last. Most options covered. Salmon looks down the ground. Pritchard offers him a lead. White is there with him and he pulls him to the ground. Langford attempts to soccer initially, now tries to pick it up, does get boot to ball as he pushes it down towards the half-forward line. Scott was there. Langford again. His hand pass goes astray, however, and they're out of trouble. That was Lepage. Salmon a chance. Hand pass intercepted. Salmon tries to flick it to Jenke. Raymond Jenke is clear, and he's steadying the ship. Kicks in towards half-forward. Dunstall at the back. Couldn't take the mark. Here's a chance for Hudson. Wants a hand pass. Puts it out in front of Trelevin. He's losing ground. Rawlings is there with him. Trelevin still going. Pops it over the top. Dunstall gets it back. Another one towards Hudson. In towards full forward. No mark taken. And eventually over the back. And one behind.
So Roger Merritt off for a rest, and young Clark Keating, who did so very well in Fremantle last week, comes onto the ground. So the big fellas sitting there, well-earned rest. It's been a tough night out there. It's been a lot of packs, a lot of hard work, and a lot of effort needed to get a kick. Hart rode the pack beautifully then, and then kicks it. Was it out of bounds before he did kick it? I think it might have been. It really is one of the funny sights in footy, isn't it? Oh, I shouldn't say sorry again. So it is a boundary throw in between wing and half forward. This quarter hasn't really flowed yet. Clark in underneath. Ashcroft hurried. Great grab from Gray. Low down. He's been good. Salmon sitting across half back. He's a great reader of the game from behind. And we'll pick him out again. So Paul Salmon winning the game very well at the back, as he always has. Now wants players to come to him. Chips it out towards Langford. White punches and out of bounds.
His first thought was the right thought, Paul Salmon, but he was slow in his execution and followed up. There's Merritt getting a little bit of treatment on the calves. He's got to move the ball a little bit quicker when he gets it. Put the faith in the guys further down the ground. Don't put it on a platter to them.
Salmon tried to pluck it out of the air, but it's taken by Ackermanis in towards the half-forward line. No mark taken. The attempt was by the youngster who's just come onto the ground in Clark Keating. Spilled through his hands. Slippery ball. This is Buse. Through the middle. Effortlessly past Holland. Does it easily. Looks down towards the half-forward line. Oh, strong mark by Alistair Lynch.
Did you find that Andrew Buse went...
He wastes no time. He's got a vacant square. He goes for goal and puts through a behind.
Just getting back to you, Malcolm. Andrew Buse, when he was at Geelong, did you find that he was mopping up a lot? He wasn't attacking the ball like he is now?
Oh, no, Andrew was a very good player. He was captain of the club, and he moved up here under that draft concession rule that the Bears got.
I just thought at Geelong he was more or less, you know, being a bit of a mopper up, wouldn't attack the ball like he is.
Oh, no, he played on the ball and at back. No, very good player, Andrew Buse.
Collins to Trevelyan, looking towards Holland. Holland on the outer side. Don's lost another one. Up to the half-forward line. Dick Foss. Hand pass is OK to Gowers. Gowers' kick is short, but it's effective. They've got the numbers. Lepage takes the mark.
Yeah, it's interesting, this, isn't it? Both sides are content to play that far side, which we now know is the shorter side on this ground. There's been little play out in front of the commentary one, or the main grandstand side. Pack of players again. They really are trying to sort this out. Falls to Hargraves. Now he can look. Dunstall and Champion. One-on-one. Great punch from Champion. And falls into the path of Gowers. Sets it up for Ashcroft. Down centre wing, that side again. Very few players, and Harford chips in front of Lambert. So a bit of backwards and forward stuff here. Now the ball comes back to the middle. This may do it. Keating! Oh, gee. A prime ministerial mark across centre half forward. And Lynch. Lynch now plays on. Players want it. And another one to the very clever Nigel Lappin. So in that chip that came across to the centre, Don, we talked about trying to open up the game. And all of a sudden, Nigel Lappin has a shot after a great one-hander from Keating. Sensational mark from Lynch. And a beauty from Lappin.
Former Prime Minister, by the way.
I should say. Clark Kent, too. Did it like Superman. A bit of top in him. Lappin kicks and tries to kick it too hard, I feel, and has missed. Oh, what a great build-up.
Yes,
6 goals the margin.
Tim Hargraves on the bench. And opportunity going begging there for the Brisbane Bears. There's Ray Jenke, veteran of 173 games now. Just chips it into the pocket to another veteran, Andy Collins. 10-year player at the club. And has been very good to Treleaven. He's got a bit of space and a bit of time. And he size up the situation. Good mark taken by Salmon in front of Matthew Clark. Salmon goes into the middle towards Taylor. Platten running with him. Taylor is clear. Looks to a fairly congested half-forward zone through the hands of Gowes. Hughes, oh, he did it well. Off to Lambert. The Bears go forward again. Collins may try and chop this off. He does, but it bounces off his chest, so they're not out of trouble yet. Treleaven swings around, chips to Platten almost into the middle. And Johnny Platten, what a quiet night he's had. 3 kicks and just a couple of marks. Along with 4 hand passes. Platten's kick to half forward. Hughes again to tidy up towards Ashcroft. Ashcroft to centre wing. He wanted Lambert. Harford, oh, did it beautifully. Got around Hart, gives it back to Platten. Now a chance for the Hawks.
Platten looks towards Dunstall. Great kick. Super kick.
Yeah, excellent.
So Jason Dunstall with a couple of shots this quarter. Kicked 1 goal 3. There was a big hole there for Jason Dunstall to lead into. And the Hawks at their very best when they're using the footy that way into Dunstall.
Well, he had problems before, didn't he? Making the distance. Accuracy went astray when he was to 50 metres.
Kicks, gets underneath it and pulls it to the left again. So once again, the horror run continues. 1 goal 4.
Well, the Bears have kicked 2 behinds for the quarter. And Hawthorn have kicked 5. So it hasn't exactly been inspiring stuff.
Scott, designated kicker, goes to Ashcroft, and that is a beautiful kick. Comes wide, Hart in front, and through his hands, Salmon pulls him down. Player slip over, as Don Scott's mentioned, it's pretty slippery out in front of us. Lepage wants some support, gives the ball away back to Hart. Salmon puts the pressure on, he's caught. The ball falls for Crawford. Now Crawford has a chance. Holland's free at centre half forward if they can see him. Can't, goes in a different direction, and Dick Foss is there by himself.
Danny Dick Foss slips but plays on. Heads to that outer side. Hughes is having an excellent quarter, tidying up once more. Flat-looking punt kick down towards McRae. Oh, trapped it sensationally well. Gives it away to Tristan Lynch. Ball to ground once. The advantage is paid. Lynch can goal here. Goes into the open square. What's he done?
Could it be a new start for rundown parts of Adelaide? A secret report is recommending building a suburb for the future in the city square. Tomorrow on 7 Nightly News.
Nobody knows news like 7.
We tracked down the HIV marauder.
He willingly sentenced people to death.
His remarkable confession caught on tape. Plus, 485 kids later, meet a real-life supermum. That's today tonight, 6:30, Monday night on 7.
Yes, first ever career goal in the AFL for Tristan Lynch in his 6th match. So
Crawford now in the back pocket for Hawthorn, picking up Hart.
Clark goes back, Ekamanis kicks it high in the air. Player sit and wait underneath it. Comes out wide. Ackermanis follows up that high kick with another one. Hart and Crawford set over the line. Once again, even that kick there, Don, just with a bit more effort, I reckon you can get it back on the goal-to-goal line, and just saves, I reckon, teammates running out wide when you've got control of the ball under pressure.
I'm just looking at Crawford, mate. They need him up on the ball. He just picks up a lot of kicks around midfield. They've got him in the back pocket.
Langford and Keating do the ruck work. Voss somehow or other controls it. What a handball. What a handball. A fantastic kick to Lynch. And Graham can't grab hold of it. There's been a lot of that tonight, though. Hart onto his right foot, snaps, and has kicked it out on the full.
It's mainly came from Hawthorn players, hasn't it? The bouncing off the chest. Maybe it's a sign of lack of confidence.
Going to come back, I think. Might go to Alistair Lynch.
Well, that's interesting.
That's an interesting one, because it was Graham who went for that.
Here we go.
Graham there. Oh, he's got him by the...
Now hanging on and swings him well after. So a pretty good call by the umpire. So Alistair Lynch with 5 goals. Kicks. It's a beautiful kick normally. That's his 6th.
Commanding position to return back to the top of the AFL ladder as we go back to the middle, and it's Salmon who wins it. Gets it down towards Crummell, who got the hand pass away to Crawford. It's a high kick. A couple of Bears may almost collide there. Gowes locked it up for a moment, then got rid of it. Taylor couldn't take it. Hughes is there also. At the bottom of the pack is Harford. And the umpire finally comes in and about to take place. So having gone some 20 minutes or so with not a goal scored from either side, suddenly it's the Bears who've broken the shackles and have delivered a couple.
Interesting, a set of breaks favouring Hawthorn, 10-9. A lot of good work done by Salmon.
You two are still at it. Crawford, Taylor, Harford, ball to ground, and fiercely tackled is Brendan Crummell, taken away by Lambert. He goes to the outer side. Lappin gives chase, but back it'll come. Some holding on. He was retarded, so he'll get a free kick. With just a couple of minutes remaining in this third quarter, Justin Leppich, one of the exciting youngsters. And what a team they're building here at Brisbane. Voss puts Tristan Lynch under the gun, taken by Darryl White, who bends it round the boundary line. Hart could have got a free kick. He's just about lost that helmet, sitting on top of his head.
Looks like an Easter bonnet.
Isn't it funny how things have changed? We used to be told to smear blood all over your face and make yourself look mean to the opposition. Now you can't do anything like that.
Oh, great jump from Keating on the boundary line. That was a super jump to try and get that down. Crawford very good though, off to Jenke. Jenke kicks out the half-forward flank. Holland's been caught under the ball a lot. The kick's always been on top of his head. He really has to learn to perhaps lead. Different player there, thrown there sometimes. Doesn't always work that. Clark tries to throw it back, and picking it up is Crummell. Doesn't quite know what to do with it. Now has to kick under pressure and has missed. So just a behind for Hawthorn, and really, sadly, goals needed as Warwick Kappa looks on.
Yes, one of the former high flyers of the game is Marcus Ashcroft. This low handicapper on the golf course, single figures, finds Andrew Hughes. 12 kicks, 7 hand passes for Andrew Hughes. Back to Richard Champion. Well, they've got a panic on that outer side, an absolute panic. Ackermanis is away. Off towards Leppich, you go over the top. They've got the loose man. Almost goes over the top of Clark. He's got to get a bit of a scoot on here. Here he goes. Matthew Clark, long and low to Lynch. Too good.
A bit of a problem because Simmons letting Clark get away. Simmons on the opposite wing. Clark showing his ability.
Well, he's kicked 6 from 12 kicks. He had a boom second quarter in which he booted 4. So is this number 7 from Alistair Lynch?
I think it is.
No, it's not.
He's confident away, ring back to the centre.
I think the tricky looking for goal kicking, Don, is you actually look at the goal umpire. They actually make a lot of ground. He made a lot of ground to his right then.
Well, I look at the player, and the player is usually a good indication, and what he's... Anyway, real different.
I'm sure of that. White in the box seat. Has players on short. McRae sits and waits. Lynch does beautifully behind to protect him, and has got one for his trouble. Probably what he didn't need. He's had shoulder trouble in the past too.
He has too, yes.
It was very late from Jenky to come, but Lynch protected the small man, which is just fantastic footy. Great sharing. Here we go.
There he is.
Just off the ball. See, Lynch was relaxed, and he took the brunt for his small playing partner.
That could have been a free kick against Lynch.
Hawthorn goalless in this term. Brisbane looking for their 3rd, and really a quarter that is going to seal it for them. He makes no mistake. There's Craig McRae. That is his 3rd goal. Yes, and it is Rogers' 300, and you are witnessing that. So at 3/4 time, as Alistair Lynch dusts himself off, the Brisbane Bears find themselves in a commanding position. Hawthorn kicking 6 behinds in that quarter. Brisbane booting 3 goals, 3. And as Big Roger heads over for the huddle, will this be the last time he does that?
Yes, well, there's been some indication, hasn't there? No one's really saying anything, but...
Well, he's going to meet with the match committee and John Northey, no doubt, over a couple tonight. And,
he may have already made up his mind too.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I would have thought that if you were going to play on, you say, yes, look, I'm keen to play on. I just got a funny feeling it might be his last.
Well, we might hear about that a little bit later on the night, but at the moment it's 3/4 time. Brisbane 13-9, 87. Hawthorn a 4-10-34.